sippers. Welcome to another episode of Tea and Champagne Podcast. It's your girl, Lena.
Hey, Sippers, it's your other girl, D. How y'all doing?
Yes. What's up, sippers? How y'all doing? I know that y'all missed us. Y'all dropping episodes whenever y'all feel like it now. We're sorry. This is probably the longest season that we've ever had. Season three, because we just been dropping when we feel like it. But that's not what we want to do. We do want to be consistent because we want you all to continue to listen to us and continue to be your number one podcast. So we apologize. Life just been lifing, but we will continue this season the way y'all want it to go. But anyways, I say all of that to say we have some new information that we need to tell you all. The first thing is you need to subscribe to all of our platforms if you haven't already. We are on Apple, we are on Spotify, and we are on YouTube. And I want to give a shout out to our top listeners, which are in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Atlanta, Georgia. We recognize that you guys are tuning in with us. And shout out to our international listeners. We appreciate y'all listening. Seeing what's in Little Video Chat Town, Chattanooga. You guys tune in to us all the time. So thank you. And also, we will have a new release day. So you probably like, we don't know when you dropping episodes. We probably have dropped episodes 2 times in 1 week, back to back. Or we probably, every 2 weeks. For the remainder of season three, we will drop episodes every Thursday. So that is once a week, every Thursday. We are going to be committed to our crafts and do what we want to do, and that's deliver great content to you all. So make sure you turn on your notifications. Make sure you put it on the calendar. Tea and Champagne will be releasing new episodes on Thursdays. Okay? All right. So yeah, also, you know how we do. We always have a Black Business of the Week. This week, it is Shey's Natural Health Bar. And Shey is a entrepreneur in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and she sells organic smoothie juices, natural health bar. She's a wellness coach and an athletic nutrition. She is a mom of four, I believe, and she looks so good. Every
She
time I
looks
see
amazing.
Shey is awesome. Her spirit is always high. She's always involved. I'm gonna tell you
Always
something. If you're
positive.
ever always positive, if you're ever in Chattanooga and you go to a market, Black business setup, Shay gonna be there. Shay be there selling her smoothies, selling her health bar. I know that her son has a coloring book. He be there selling, his things too. And what else? She has a blog. She has I think it's Sweat Feet. I'm sorry if I said incorrectly. It may be Sweat Fit, but she is Caribbean, so it's probably feet, how their language, their language. So yeah, anyways, I just want to shout her out. She is our Black Business of the Week. She has amazing smoothies. I know that she sells them at Nothing But Net, and I think some other vendor spaces that she has. And yeah, I just want to give her props. You ain't got anything to chime in about Shady?
Well, she's awesome, and she is, again, one of the most positive people that I know. And she does classes at Nothing But Net too, or Nothing But
Mm-hmm.
Sweat. I know she has some fitness classes, and a lot of single moms find her classes really helpful, and moms in
Yeah,
general.
yeah,
Women in general, just she's just so positive for us ladies, and her
yes.
products are good. I have gotten her smoothies after a class that I took that she was
Mm-hmm.
set up right after we took one of those Saturday cardio
Mm-hmm.
classes, and it was the
Yeah,
greatest replenishment of electrolytes or nutrients. It was refreshing. And again, it's just good vibes with her. So this was a good
yeah.
choice for Black Business of the Week. Shout out to Shay.
Yes,
and her Caribbean
absolutely.
roots.
Yes. So we'll definitely put all her contact information in the description below and tag her. Yeah, and tag her, so you all can know how to reach her. But yeah, Dee, that's pretty much all I got right now. I know we're gonna catch up, sweat segue into what you and I have been doing. So you wanna bring that up, or what's up?
Yeah, because speaking of Shay, Shay was also a vendor at Sister Self Care Sunday, or is it
Mm-hmm.
Sister Care? I think it's Sister Care Sunday.
Sister
Instead of
Care Sunday.
self-care, it was sister care. And she was a vendor along with a few other women-owned vendors that I was really proud to see in action. And coming off of that, because we're recording this episode the next day after attending Sister Care with Antoinette, she
Mm-hmm.
has a great breakout conference format, but like Sister Care
Mm-hmm.
themed, and we had breakout sessions, and I'm coming off of working out with our friend Haley and her breakout session for cardio, and then
Mm-hmm.
doing Pilates yoga with Alexis and her breakout session, and then also just feeling the vibes of all the women who were Black women in the same place, and we didn't know everybody that was there after,
Right.
running into some of the people that we see all the time on a regular basis. It was
Mm-hmm.
refreshing to be around new faces, and everyone
Mm-hmm.
was just enjoying themselves. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope that there's another opportunity for that. We didn't want the day
Yeah.
to end. We
Yeah.
were continuing the festivities on getting some food, on walks, on more girls
Mm-hmm.
chat and drinks.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
Monday. We're recording this on a Monday, and y'all know how Mondays are. And although I'm recovering from yesterday, I feel good about it. Like I was,
Yeah.
in our group chat, I was saying like, yeah, my abs are sore, my hamstrings, I'm feeling it, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not mad at it. Like I feel good about earning that
So
soreness.
So what Dee is basically saying, the Sister Self Care Sunday was like a wellness retreat for Black women in the city.
Yes, yes, that's the
It
language
was,
I failed to
yeah,
mention. Yes,
it was
yes.
like a wellness retreat. So they had breakout sessions. It was like 4 hours throughout the day. It started off with like us introducing each other, and it was a big group of women. Like it wasn't like, I don't know, it had to be at least 30 or plus women in there, a big size. And we started out with introducing ourselves and just kind of finding where we wanted to go. We just kind of let the energy take us there. So, like Dee said, the yoga classes, Haley had some dance fitness classes, Jaquise led the yoga class. There was some meditation, guided meditation. What else? There was like women were there making vision boards. There was like if you wanted to just release and just work on some puzzles or something. Antoinette did tarot reading there. So it was like this big opportunity to like rest in a different way and not think about what's going on in the world today or what you got to do, pay bills and stuff. It really was time for us to rest and get to know each other and absorb the energy. And
Yeah.
like Dee said, it was new people there that we had never seen before. I was touched by a lot of the women saying like they didn't have to go to Atlanta or Nashville to find an event like this. Like they were in
Yeah.
Chattanooga.
Yeah.
So shout out to Antoinette for that too.
Yeah.
Shawanda the Chattery for partnering with each other and
Yep.
Plant Candy, the venue space and all of them. It was really nice. It was refreshing. And like Dee said, after, we participated with, the wellness event, the four amigos did not want to leave each other, and that's myself, Dee, Jaquise, and Haley, and it's always a time with us. So we didn't want to leave each other. We wanted to kick it all night, all day, knowing that we gotta go to bed and stuff. We literally kicked it
Listen.
to the sun went down, and that's late now. That ain't
I
early no
know.
more.
No, we was out late. We was definitely beyond our time for a Sunday, but it just felt right. Like like Lena said, we were just listening. and going with the flow and listening to our bodies. Listen, I look forward to those moments. I love our hang. She couldn't have done a better job with coordinating that event. I mean, for her first time, I will also add that
Yeah.
for her first time and collaborating with the Chattery and Shawanda, that's a good mix. She had a great mix of vendors,
Yes.
sponsorship, the venue, that plant collective spot is a great venue.
Mhm.
So, it was a lot of moving parts that I felt fused together well for doing it for the first year.
Yeah. I hope they're able to continue because that's something that we need here, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
All
So,
right. Go ahead.
sippers, our last guest had, asked us about where our champagne was at. And we're going to get back on it, just like
We
we're
got
going to
our
be.
glasses today.
Yeah, we got our glasses. And shout out to my director at work, Miss Sonia. She purchased a pair of my beautiful glassware today and it's accented with gold. And I am in love with them. So thank you, Sonia, if you are listening. I use my glasses, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
We used them at the BET Awards.
We sure did. And I told her, I was like, did you see your glasses in your pictures? Yes, ma'am. All of our pictures had your glasses in them, including the picture we took with you. So, cheers. I don't have champagne today, but I do have a bottle of Moscato by Seven Daughters. And I'm just gonna pour, not too much, or, top me off a little bit, but not too much. I'll have
Yes,
bubbly next
and
time. I'll have bubbly next time.
I
We
got a
gon'
little
we gonna do better.
bubbly, but
Lena got the bubbly.
I got the mocktail bubbly
Yeah,
because
Lena.
I'm kind of cutting back on drinking. Although I
Mm-hmm.
had an espresso martini yesterday, I've been drinking sparkling water. It's been getting me through a long day, and I like to pour up a little water, so I'm drinking a little mango LaCroix.
That sounds good. No, that sounds good. I
Yeah.
felt the way after Dennis pointed us out. He called us
Yeah,
out. He called
sure
us out, and he's
did.
not wrong because we are tea and
He's
champagne. He's like, "Aren't
not.
y'all tea and
Yeah.
champagne?" But like we're
It
getting
was,
back
I
on
was
track.
just like, oh, dang, a little shady, but it's cool. We still
It's
love you,
okay.
brother.
It's okay. It's okay. We
Oh,
can. You know what? You know what? We pivot. We can always pivot, and we always come back. If we're getting back on schedule with recording, we can get back on schedule with our glasses. It's okay.
that's right. So thank you for reminding us.
Thank you, Dennis. And congratulations to Dennis as well, because
Yes, he is
after,
the,
yeah, after recording with us, the campaign happened and he won his district. So congratulations.
yeah, he did, yes. So we gotta bring him back, and he gotta bring the
Yeah,
champagne.
we got to pop a bottle for our friend Dennis. All right, sippers. So, like Lena
Yeah,
said, I do got a segment coming up for you guys, or we have a segment coming up. It's not just my segment. Lena and I do have a segment that we would like to share. And our episode today hopefully can resonate with you guys. We wanted to take a moment to be transparent and vulnerable a little bit and um, really dive into what I feel like our podcast was really created on. When we created this podcast, we defined it as an audible journal. As I was introduced to the concept of podcasting, I did find that a lot of the episodes I would listen to felt like the people hosting these podcasts were letting us into their own personal diaries. And so I feel like our podcast is like a look into our own journal entry sometimes. A lot of our episodes, we talk about our personal experiences. And then sometimes we have guests. And then sometimes we talk about pop culture. And so today I just wanted to dial it in to some more vulnerable times and back into the theme of journaling. I feel like journaling is a healthy way to cope with whatever, or it's a healthy outlet, even if you're not needing to cope with anything, but it's a good way to release things off your mental, or if you're feeling good about something, to write about it and live into that moment and put it on paper,
Hmm.
transfer it on paper so it continues to live on. But again, it's also just therapeutic. I have not had one therapist who did not recommend journaling, to get through
Hmm.
different things. So today I'm gonna read into my own journal. I'm gonna read y'all
And I,
just just a page or two. Ooh, that's cute. I
it's
like
pink.
it. It is pink. I like it. Shout out to the pink though, y'all. Lena got a new phone and it's pink and I love it.
It's so ew. That's why y'all can see me. And you probably can hear me
Yes.
too.
Did y'all
I can see
notice?
you too, D. I can see
I
you.
know. Your screen
It's
ain't
like
black with a crack. You can see all of it.
I can. Yeah, I'm on the iPod.
I had to call you out real quick. But yeah, anyway, I'm reading my journal entry to you guys, and shout out to my journal designer. I did purchase this from the market that the Chattery hosted. Uh my journal, I feel like was handmade, or at least the cover was hand designed by a beautiful black
Hmm.
artist. So thank y'all for hosting that market so I could get my beautiful journal. And we should tag the artist that created this journal because she has beautiful work in general. So
Okay.
with that being said, I'll read my journal entry. Again, it's just a couple pages. We're not going to keep y'all here all day. All right. So here goes. Feeling good today. Haven't wrote in a while, so here we go. Feeling behind, work, house, life a little bit, but specifically work and with things around the house. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by it. And what I want to figure out is what's really behind because the luxury of being an adult is making our own rules and not having to succumb to rules other people create for their own lives with work, taxes, laws. That's enough to live by as far as rules go. So, if there are liberties and creative freedom to design my own laws within my own adulthood, that's what I will subscribe to. So, yeah, I feel behind in those categories that I mentioned, but my own rules, if I live by that and what I create for myself, by my own standards, I could really be on time. I could really be on time in the wave of things. I don't have to feel and say that I'm behind if I'm living by my own creation of what's considered to be on time. And what I mean by on time, and I didn't write this down in a journal, but I'll just kind of, explain what I mean by that just by
Read,
society
keep
standards. You want me to keep
keep
reading?
reading. Yeah, and then
Okay.
digest and talk about it. Yeah.
Okay. So, by my own rules, I'm really on time. And we can get into the specifics, but I'll be writing all day. Now I'm struggling with my own handwriting. Writing all day. Dang it. I think okay. Writing all day, figuring out okay, I think it's writing all day, figuring out where I need to catch up. I was writing fast, y'all. Should have took my time. I was just trying to get it out. Okay, but anyway, if I list all the specifics, I'd be writing all day, trying to figure out where I need to catch up and different things. Because yes, I'm on time by my own standards, but also, yes, I need to do things by a certain time so that it makes sense for my goals. So I don't want to get too comfortable saying, well, these are my rules. I'll get to it when I get to it. I do want to, have some initiative about myself, but also alleviate some of that anxiety of feeling behind by understanding by whose standards. My standards, if it's my standards, I should be okay. And that's what we'll conclude. Again, just a couple pages. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time, but that's just what was on my
Nah,
heart.
you could have kept reading. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I felt
I
almost uneasy reading.
Yeah, I could tell you were fidgeting a little bit, so you was uncomfortable with being vulnerable, but I think that's still beautiful. But
Thank you.
because we have our moments where you and I talk and you tell me how you're feeling about work and being a mom and the house and everything. But I think I hear it all the time, but you writing it, you're a little bit more transparent. So this is really you talking. This is your heart speaking. And it's beautiful, D. It's your vulnerability. And I don't know how to, like what to say because I think it's just a part of our relationship as we're growing together. And I know that you always try to be there for everyone, be there for your family, be there for your kids first, but you are always trying to be there for your parents and your cousins and your siblings and then for your friends. And it's like you don't want to miss out because you really do show up for all of us. And I appreciate that 100%. But I can see that that is causing you to have a little bit of anxiety with maybe some organization that you wanna figure out or making different choices of priorities, right? Just realigning
Right.
them a little bit. But wow, it's so nice to hear you. Like it's beautiful to hear you. It's different. It's different because that's personal to you, and that's what you're dealing with. So I guess let me take three things from it. I heard that you say that standard is is very important to you, and I can see that how you carry yourself. Um, I think I'm not telling you to relax your standards, but I do think you need to give yourself a lot of grace with what you have going on. You
Mm-hmm.
are a wonderful mother. You are a wonderful being first, I'm sorry, and then you're a wonderful mother. But and you're doing the damn thing at work, so you're a good aspect with your company and everything. But I feel like the standard, what happens if you are going by your standards and it never gets reached? And I'm not saying that like it can't, but what if
Yeah.
it's just your timeline that you have created for yourself? What if it never happens? Are you still gonna be happy with yourself? I think you should give yourself a little bit of grace on those standards or those rules, those laws. Take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what else you said. I think that's it. I said three things, but I think I wrapped everything up in that one statement before.
Okay.
So, but
Okay.
what you got?
Are you sure? Okay. Thank you. I don't know if I'm gonna
Mhm,
be able to hopefully I could give that back to you because I really appreciate your interpretation and your feedback because yes, even creating my own, things to live by, I could relax them some because again, back to what I was trying to identify, I could relax them because it's within my control. It's
mhm,
not something that I have to feel the need to not be flexible on.
mhm,
That's the beauty of being an adult, right? That's the beauty
mhm,
of having earned my 37 years of living. I didn't get all
mhm,
the way to this point to put myself in a box, And sometimes I do accept that. Like I have grown a lot in that way by just being okay with a lot of things not playing out the way I want them to. I don't know. I'm happy with a lot of the things that matter. And I think we kind of mentioned this in another episode. Like, my family's safe, I'm safe, we're healthy, I have
mhm,
a great time with the people that I love in my life. And so I can survive off of that. And I got a job. And,
mhm,
I just want to knock it out the park. And people are like, you're doing great. And I'm like, but I could be doing so much more. But but like you said, just take it one day at a time. Give myself grace. I don't think I'm at risk for anything horrible happening in these areas of life. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
I could take it one day at a time and just move in pieces, one piece at a time. It don't have to be big chunks at a time. It can be
Right.
little pieces at a time. And you're still moving,
Yeah.
and you're still
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
So
And the tortoise won the race.
the
So
tortoise won the race.
so you don't have to be the speed runner. You know what I mean? Just do it at your own pace.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you. I love what you gave me. So your turn. What is on your heart? What's on your mind? What you've been
Well,
journaling about?
so this is an old journal entry. I didn't write anything today, but this is like, okay, so there was a episode that we had about life transitions. I think I had told the podcast that I quit a job prematurely, but while I was working there, I wrote something. So, because I think it still resonates with me, and it's kind of like yours, but okay, now I'm kind of nervous too. I see how you was feeling.
I know, man.
I'm
It's for
gonna
the
tell.
audience.
I'm
It's
not
for the
being cute.
audience.
Okay, okay, okay. Because we know y'all like this stuff. Y'all like us when we're very transparent. All right. So, happy Monday. Life is good. I'm blessed. I will have a great Monday and a great attitude. God blessed me to live another day. I'm so grateful. I have a job. Is coming in. I have a place to stay, and people love me. I'm writing to have a good day. I'm writing so I won't complain. I'm writing because life could be worse, but it's not. It's awesome. You have to praise God during the low times too. So thank you, God, for life, love, and happiness. Thank you, God, for income, and I have a place to stay. I'm grateful for my family who loves me, who supports me, who sees me trying. I see me trying. Yeah, you work at FedEx and you getting money. You're taking care of yourself and you're grown. So be nice to yourself. Make the best of it. It's all good. Thank God for Andre. So, Sipper, that was when I was going through my life transition and I was working at FedEx for like a month and I did not like it. But I had stopped working at the news station. I needed income. My life had changed drastically, sorry. And then I'm at the company where I'm at now. But during that time, it was very rough. It was very rough. I was ashamed to be working for that company. Although I was trying to take care of myself or, step out, it's just, we talked about this, how I let my pride and ego get the best of me and I quit the job. But at the time, I was just feeling like, why isn't the things that I want happening for me? Like, I think 2024 was just an ugly year for me. It was a lot of personal development and a lot of growth. But I still I brought this to the surface because um even today with the company that I'm working for, um it's new to me and I'm still learning things. I feel like I'm doing a good job at it, but I also feel like, I would like to do something else, you know. Um but even today, like I think I had a moment where I was sitting like, okay, you want to do something else, right? Let's just say you get it. Then you get it and you going to want to do something else. Is that going to make you happy? Is that going to make you feel like a bad bitch? Is that going to make you feel like a boss? Is that going to make you feel like you on top of the world? What is it? Because I have done some things that I did not think that I could do in life. We've won awards. I've created content. We started a podcast. We've done some things that I didn't think I could do, but I still feel like there's so much more that I could do. Same thing as you. So what I'm trying to do when I write things like that is to be grateful for the small things because the accomplishments, they are exciting, they're glitter, right? But it comes and goes. And I be trying to be happy with the small things that matter to me the most, which is a place to live, a place to eat, some food to eat, clothes on my back, food and shelter. Be kind to myself, appreciate the people who love me, my friends, my family, and I'd rather be respected than liked anyway. So if I have the respect there, um, or whatever, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. I don't have to live by other people's standards, society standards, or even the I call them the haters, their standards, or people who kind of just contradict. It's just got something to say about how you living and things like that. Like they gonna keep talking. They gonna talk about me when I win the award. They gonna talk about me if I don't win it. They gonna talk about me if my hair pretty today. They gonna talk about it if it's not to their standards. They just gonna say anything. But as long as I'm happy with who I am, what I'm doing, and accepting that I am trying and giving myself grace, you know, to take it one day at a time too. Eventually, I do want to move to another position in a different role, but it took a long time just to get to where I am right now in this role today. So why am I trying to rush that? Why am I trying to push it ahead? I think God put me in this situation anyways because I need to learn something over maybe when I was in a higher role and position, I probably didn't appreciate it as much. So I'm grateful, you know, I'm grateful for everything. I have a new perspective of life. Of course, I've been going to therapy, but I mean, therapy sessions are not always good. Like some days I'm still down on myself. I don't know who I'm trying to make proud because my parents are proud of me right now. So when I get too tough on myself, I be like, who is this for? Who is it for? Carter is cool with me. He thinks I'm cool. Who is it for?
Well, I think it's because you are an intelligent person and you are an intelligent person and you know what you are as a person. I'm not even going to say what you're capable of because you're already embodying that to me. I can relate to you in so many ways. I know we have different industries that we work in, but we both have such big ambition. And I think that's
Mhm.
a good thing. I think it's a good thing to be ambitious and to not be complacent. You're not complacent. I don't think
Mhm.
you're trying to prove anything to anybody. I just think it is in your spirit and it's in your being to be someone who lives out their dreams. And
Mhm.
you know that you have the power to do that.
Mhm.
And I think both of us are just at a space right now where we are impatient and it's like waiting for a cake to bake.
Mhm.
We want to eat that cake immediately, but it is impossible to eat that cake immediately. You're going to get sick. You got to wait for it to bake.
And you're gonna burn your tongue if you
You
eat it
going
right out the oven.
you gotta let
It's
it sit.
gotta
You gotta
cool
let it
down.
rest. It's
Mhm.
gotta cool down. It's gotta rest. Just like when you open up a bottle of wine, the proper way to drink some wine is to let it air out,
Let it
let it breathe. But man, you want that glass of wine. The wine is
right
looking at you
now.
in your face. You right here looking at a glass of wine, and you can reach it. Like you can touch it. You can touch that glass and you can drink it if you want to. But if you have the discipline to do it right and let it breathe, it'll be better. It will taste
Mhm.
better. It will taste better. And so many good things come better with time. So much
And
works
patience.
out. Yeah, so much works out for our benefit when it just comes with time. Rushing things, a lot of that does not sustain. It is not sustainable. And
True.
we are very blessed. And I think you did a good job with reminding yourself that and starting off your entry with positivity. And you didn't focus on your negative feelings in your entry. You wrote everything positive, even though you were feeling how you were feeling. You're trying to
Mhm.
manifest the things that matter. And I think that's important because we have this platform and you have people around you for you to vocalize how you feel, and you have your journal to kind of manifest the positivity, but you're still going to therapy so you can talk about your feelings, and you still talk about your feelings with people. So you're not bottling it up, but
Mhm.
also you are still aware that, not recognizing what's good is unhealthy. And so you're doing great. I don't want you to feel like, what you're doing doesn't matter. Like, what you're doing is preparing you for the next thing. Like,
Mhm.
everything that you have done is preparing you for the next thing. The relationships that you're developing where you are is currency, It's not always about what you're doing in the task of work.
Mhm.
We both work for companies we don't own. We're helping
Mhm.
somebody else with their own agendas. And it
Right.
ain't about that. It ain't about that. We have to take what we're doing for someone else's agenda and take pieces of that for ourselves. Like, my
Mhm.
relationships is for my agenda.
Mhm.
If I'm helping someone at my job, that's for my agenda, like helping patients, or if someone's lost in the hospital and I don't know how to help them and we're figuring it out together and they're so appreciative,
Mhm.
even though I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm like, I don't know where you need to go, but we'll learn right now. Come with me. I'm gonna call somebody and we're gonna figure it out together. And they felt seen in that moment, and that makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
no, I didn't
Mhm.
solve no big project. It's that little moment that gives
Yeah.
me peace. At your job, you probably help people by being pleasant. They could have been
Mhm.
dealing with assholes all day, and then they get to your job and they have an encounter with you, and you're bright and bubbly and, making certain older men feel good and flirted with or whatever. You don't know how that has impacted that person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
your coworkers, how you impact them, they're probably feeling really blessed to have you as a coworker versus a moody individual who don't want to be
Mhm.
there. You're a
Yeah.
blessing to someone and you don't even know. So those are gems that I hope that we can continue to take away with
Mhm.
things that we still want to build upon and be great at. But I just have to keep reminding myself that it's just little things at a time. Continue to set goals, continue to set milestones, continue to be proactive and take
Mhm.
initiative. But it's okay to do it in little pieces at a time. So it's a compromise. I'm not just going to sit around and do nothing because I can't finish it all anyway. No, I'm gonna just do it little bits at a time. And next thing you
Mhm.
know, we there. So
Mhm.
we don't need to rush it, We're gonna
Yeah.
appreciate where we are right now, just like in high school, we used to think the world was on our shoulders. And if I could go back to high school,
Mm.
sometimes I don't want to go back to all of high school, but there are some parts of high school that I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, if I could have just told myself back then, you in a hurry to be grown, but understand this ain't what you you need to be in a
No,
hurry for.
this ain't that at
It
all.
ain't that at
Mm.
all. I hope reading that out loud um made you, understand how far you've come, because I remember that FedEx month. And listen, if you hadn't have left that, you wouldn't be where you are. Now where
Yeah,
you
I don't
are.
think, I don't, yeah, because I wouldn't have been able to go to the hiring fest,
Mm-hmm.
because I would have been at work. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mad. Would have been at work mad. But
So that
anyway,
was perfect. That was perfect. That was all I wanted. Like I said, I'm not keeping y'all on and on and on because we could talk about this all day. We could really dive into
yeah,
some pages and we might do a part two because there's
yeah,
always a journal entry. This felt good.
but yeah, but I also want to invite our sippers to tell us what y'all think about this episode.
Please.
We would
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to see if y'all like this journal entry and, tell us how you relate to our feelings and our thoughts. And what are y'all feelings and thoughts? What are your standards and laws that you live by? Or what are you grateful for?
Yeah.
Or why are you so ambitious? We would
Right.
like to hear those things from you all too. So,
Right.
uh, talk to us. Talk to us,
Yeah.
sippers. Talk to us.
Dive in.
And
Please,
if you
please
would like
engage.
to, yes, and if you would like to write us a letter, something, you can always email us at teaandchampagnePod@gmail.com. And maybe one day we'll read it out loud if you are at
Yeah.
liberty to do so.
Yeah, we did a confessional bowl at the event we had at the
Yeah.
Bohemian Village. That confessional bowl
hmm
was fun.
It was spicy too, not gonna lie, not gonna
Hmm
lie.
It was fun. So yeah, let's have a good time with this. So, um,
All
I
right.
will conclude there.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anything that we want to promote coming up? This is March the 17th. I can't
I
think
don't
of anything in particular at this time.
No, I don't think we want to say anything at this time yet.
Yeah.
But we just want to say, subscribe to our platforms, tell your friends, share with us if you will, follow us. We're on Instagram, TikTok. Um, we're on all the things. So just find Tea and Champagne Podcast and let's see. Excuse me. Also a reminder, Thursdays. We are releasing episodes every Thursday for the rest of this season, season 3.
Yeah. Yep,
So
we're.
make sure you guys schedule us, send a reminder. So let's go ahead and get to the intentions of the week.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Sure, sure. You kind of
Okay.
mentioned this yesterday. We didn't get to talk about it when we did a quick podcast powwow, but our business meeting, we ain't cover this part. But I think it is worth discussing. Punctuality is my intention of the week. Not
Yeah.
that,
Mine too. Mine too.
not that I have been disrespectful with my punctuality in any kind of way, but I do want to be a little bit more mindful about my time. And so that's my intention. I'm always on time for like work meetings and things of that variety, but sometimes I get relaxed about other things I need to be on time for. And I'm gonna be
Yeah.
better about that this week. So that's my intention. We're gonna keep it
Yeah,
simple.
I can fall in line with that too. Because um my thing is, this ain't my intention, but I'm just chiming in because I don't even want to get out the bed. So I move slow. If it's cold and my bed is warm, I don't want to get out the bed. And that be causing me to be late. Cause they be throwing little shade at me at the gym. Cause I be late. Class started like 5:05 or something like that. I get there like at 5:15, 5:20 or something
Man, I
like that
can't
in the
believe you get
morning.
there that early.
But I just be want to
Lord
stay in the
Jesus.
bed a little longer. But yeah, punctuality, that is a big component. I told Dee we both need to work on being on time for events or anything that we have scheduled
We
because
do. We do.
we
I can
we
take a
can we
I can
can be better.
Yeah, I can take accountability for that for sure because I'm late.
Me too. My mama
Because the
still
fact
be
that we
talking
showed
about.
up at the end, we both got to that self-care. wellness retreat
At the
um
same
the same time. Like, how are we the same amount of minutes behind on two different sides of town?
we got to do better. And we can. And we can.
We
We
can.
can.
We absolutely
We
can.
can.
So,
That was
yeah.
funny.
The only two
So
people
Mayans
walking
pick.
in too, that just blew my mind.
I know
Like
everybody
nobody
was
else,
sitting down listening.
how
It
is
was some
nobody
more
else walking
people.
in? How is
It was
nobody
some
else
more
walking
people
in?
late. They came in after us. It was some more people
But
after us that
but
came in. But we
okay, I'm
did come in
sorry.
at the same time. We
I
did.
know.
We did.
I'm
We
s-
walked in together. And we didn't even walk in the entrance, apparently. We walked in from the back door. But that's okay. Thank you
Both
for
of
letting us
us.
come, Antoinette.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
let's
yes. And I'm
see.
sorry.
I'm I'm going to my intention is just managing my time. Let's see. I have a lot of things, like a lot of tasks this week. And I'm just trying to incorporate my time correctly. And it starts with getting out of bed, being on time at the gym, going to work on time.
Yeah.
My schedule is gonna be kind of weird this week, but excuse me. Yeah, that's it. Just
Okay.
managing my time and probably being punctual too. But yeah, that's it. That's
Sounds
it.
good. Listen, put a fork in it. It's a wrap. I
All
feel good
right.
about
Well,
that.
sip.
So,
Okay.
thank you for sharing your journal with me.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really good. That was a good topic, and we'll probably continue next. Your segment, your journal segment.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you, sippers. Hopefully, y'all made it to the end and appreciate our vulnerability this week.
Yes. So again, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Make sure y'all subscribe to our platform, and yeah, that's it. Bye.
Bye.